Well, it happened. Sad to say, it happened. I had all these glorious plans for the month of October and the Halloween season to share with you guys, and as luck would have it, life just threw me a curveball. And I wasn't able to do all the things that I wanted to do throughout the month of October for you all. But I don't want to dwell too much on that. Welcome back to Collector of Stuff. Monty here. Hoping everybody had a great October and is getting ready to enjoy the best time of the season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that wonderful fun stuff. Get together with family and friends and having a good time. Did have a lot of good ideas and things I wanted to do, making some videos for you guys. And as you know, I've been suffering with a lot of health issues this year. And as luck would have it, they kind of kicked back in throughout the month of October. I had to make a couple of trips to the hospital and several trips to my doctor's office and so on and so forth. And we're dealing with a multiplicity of issues and concerns. And I don't want to get in all of that, but if you are a praying kind of person and or just want to send out good thoughts and wishes, I would take anything you want to send this way to me. So thank you guys very much for being supportive, and I really do appreciate it. In the meantime, Collector Stuff has been collecting a lot of stuff. In fact, I'm hoping to get to knock off tonight several videos that I'll load up, different times throughout the next few days. But I have to kind of wait till I feel good to be able to, be energetic enough to do one of these videos for you. But we got comic books, back issues, and new stuff. We've got trade paperbacks, graphic novels. We've got action figures and toys and Hot Wheels. We've got posters. We've got movies and DVDs. We've got CDs. Been buying a lot of music lately. I could easily do about a half a dozen videos here real quick. So I'm hoping to get all those done here in the very, very, very near future. But with this one, I believe we will continue on with our comics. In fact, I may even have to do the comics in two different parts just to keep it from being too long a video, because we got so many stuff. Now, as I dig into these, I just wanted to say that I don't do an awful lot of talking about new books on here. Hang on, let me get a sip of my Cherry Coke Zero. I don't do an awful lot of talking about new books, just from time to time. One reason for that is there's so many of you guys that I watch that just are so much more knowledgeable and more eloquent and thoughtful in dissecting these new books that are out. I don't see any need in doing so. But from time to time, I like to talk about a book or two, and I thought today I would just kind of go through some of the books that I'm reading and just give you a sentence or two about each one. I actually have a pull list now of about 40 books, I think. So it's next to impossible for me to just talk about everything that I'm reading. And like I said, most of them are things that a lot of you guys are reading, and you talk about them so much more than I can. So, I leave that to you guys. But with that being said, let's talk a little bit first off about some of the books that I am reading in my pull list, and then I got a bunch of back issue stuff, and we'll go from there and see what all we get in the video. First off is I actually got two copies of this, and this one copy is autographed, and that is Paper Girls #1 from Image. You can see that this is autographed by Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chang and Matt Wilson and Jared Fletcher. hold that a little bit closer there where you can see the autographs, and it did come with a COA from Midtown Comics. If you're not reading this, pick it up. It's great. This issue number 1 started off exactly what I thought it was going to be, kind of a ragtag group of street urchin girls who are the local community newspaper deliverers. And about halfway through the book, it took a turn that I was not expecting. I enjoyed it, but it was not where I was expecting the book to go. So it caught my attention real fast. Of course, Brian K. Vaughan is one of the hottest names in comic book writing today. So yes, pick up Paper Girls. You need to before it gets too far along and you have to really struggle to keep up. Of course, I continue to love Walking Dead. This is number 147. Many of you guys are reading Walking Dead. If you're not, it kind of went through a slow spell for me about 6-8 months ago, and kind of dragged for a little bit, and then the last 4 or 5 months have been phenomenal. Lots of action, a lot of energy, a lot of just a lot of great stuff going on. You need to continue reading Walking Dead. Southern Bastards, this is issue number 11, continues to be a fun book. This latest issue, we kind of get a backstory about a fella who is coming after the football coach and wants to kill him. Of course, the coach, if you're reading this, you know he kind of seemingly runs the town, runs the community, has influences everywhere, and obviously has a lot of enemies everywhere as well. Southern Bastards continues to be a fun read, especially being a Southerner. I kind of get into that. I'm continuing to hang with Batman and Robin Eternal. I just picked up issue number 1 just to have something to hold, because on YouTube you can't talk about a comic book without holding the book up, right? There's like a law somewhere written there. You can't just talk about the book. You gotta wave it and hold it and look at it and smell it and kiss it and sorry, got carried away. Batman and Robin Eternal, I must admit, the first 3 issues, I really wasn't sure. Issue number 4 kind of picked it up for me. I wasn't quite sure where this was going, but issue 4 and from there on kind of got a little bit better for me. But the first 3 issues, I was thinking, my first thought was another Batman title without Bruce Wayne, without Batman. What do we need that for? But I actually am liking where that's going. As a matter of fact, I actually was really digging the Batman Annual number 4, which seemed to we got a picture of Bruce retaking Wayne Manor, and yet he still doesn't have his memory back. But Riddler and Clayface and Mr. Freeze have teamed up to come back and to break into Wayne Manor and to kill and destroy Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. But once they discover that he really truly doesn't remember who he is, they kind of feel, what's the fun in destroying a man who doesn't remember what he did? So they're actually beginning to try to make him remember who he was and what his past life had been. And we start to see maybe some glimpses of Bruce regaining his memory there. Of course, the new run again, Amazing Spider-Man from Marvel. This is issue number 2. Continues to be really good. I did not buy the first or the last run from a few years back because the artwork was awful to begin with. It was very manga-ish and just wasn't the Spider-Man that I wanted to read. I didn't like the way Spider-Man or Peter Parker were drawn. And then towards the end of that run, I kind of picked up a volume or 2, an issue or 2. But I really enjoyed Renew Your Vows, and now I am really enjoying the first 2 issues of this run of Amazing Spider-Man. So, yeah, loving that. I picked up, of course, issue number 1 of Astonishing Ant-Man, but I got the Scotty Young cover. Everybody else I saw pretty much picked up the main A cover, but I just thought the Scotty Young cover was way too cute as you see Ant-Man about to be crushed under the big toe of the Incredible Hulk. And yeah, but it's pretty good. It looks like it's going to keep right up with the movie and the film, and so eager for that. And then next Ant-Man movie to come out, when that comes out in a couple of years, I guess. Another one from Image is The Beauty. This is issue number 3. If you're not reading The Beauty, this is a fun story. Basically, it's a commentary about our culture, especially here in America, and our obsessions with beauty, physical beauty. And basically, a plague has hit the world, except in this plague, you turn beautiful. And this is the kind of plague that everybody, or most everybody, wants. And they want to be physically attractive. They want to be pleasing to other people. Except now, a little ways into this plague, we're starting to see that there is a price to be paid. And I won't go into that, but in case you want to read the book, but there's always a price to everything. Nothing's free, right? But that's basically kind of where we are in the first 3 issues of The Beauty. And yeah, it's a fun read and a great commentary. From IDW, I continue reading the X-Files season 11. This is issue number 3, and you get a nice picture of Mrs. Peacock there. Now, if you were familiar with the X-Files TV show, long around season 3 or season 4, I believe, there was an episode called Home, where Mulder and Scully came upon a farm that was inhabited by a family of basically inbred brothers and a mother. And the mother was quadriplegic. I never can get that word out. Quadriplegic, and lived on a wheeled cart under a bed. And the family had reproduced so many times with so many generations within itself that the sons were basically pretty hideous and grotesque. And the episode, when it aired originally back in the mid-90s, was so controversial that Fox refused to air it again in syndication. So the only way you could ever see it was to purchase the DVDs or the VHS tapes or whatever, of the X-Files seasons. So the last two books, issue number 2, issue number 3 of X-Files season 11, have Mulder revisiting the Peacock family. So that's been really cool to have that in comic book form. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about some of the new books that Marvel put out a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of the month. For instance, Doctor Strange #1, Invincible Iron Man #1. There we go. Let's get both of those up there. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about these on their videos. I'm assuming that means you're not reading them or getting them. I've added both of these to my pull list. I enjoyed the volume 1s or issue 1s of both of these. We now have an issue 2 of Iron Man. I think the Iron Man book is a little bit more traditional to what you would expect. The Doctor Strange book obviously is a little more updated for today's reader, but I liked both of those greatly. One book that I saw a lot of people putting down, speaking of Marvel #1s, Uncanny Avengers #1. I was excited about this because I wanted to see the interplay between Deadpool and Spider-Man, as well as Johnny Storm. I thought, wow, the 3 of those on one team, you could end up having a lot of fun. And it certainly didn't let you down in that regards. Big fighting going on between the wall crawler and Deadpool right off the bat, almost from page 1. Of course, those two are going to be coming up with their own title at the first of the year, so I'm really excited to see what happens there with the new Spider-Man Deadpool. But in the meantime, filling in time, we have the Uncanny Avengers #1, which I enjoyed, but I haven't seen other people giving it great reviews. And then just something new that I picked up from IDW #1 of Back to the Future. Of course, there's not a lot of depth there going on. This was released also in time for the big anniversary of Back to the Future in the past month. But I mean, look at that fun cover there. You've got Marty McFly, aka Michael J. Fox, playing his guitar through the giant speaker there at Doc Brown's garage. It's exactly what you would think it is. It's just a fun story that kind of picks up where the movies left off, and the characterizations are pretty accurate. The artwork is fun. This is not something that you're going to obviously scratch your head over, or contemplate the meaning of life over. It's just a fun Back to the Future story, and but I enjoyed it, and I forgot how many, if it's an ongoing or a mini. I want to say it's an ongoing, but I may be wrong on that. I'm on a pain medication that's #1 side effect is dry mouth. And I have times throughout the day where I absolutely have no spit. And the more I talk, I mean, there's just no saliva at all anywhere. So I'm constantly drinking fluids. So there we go. All right. Now let's get to some back issues. I've picked up a lot of back issues from my local bookstore, McKay's bookstore here in town. Picked up a few online from eBay sellers and that kind of thing as well. So, all right, let's just jump in there and do this as fast as we can. As a matter of fact, I kind of may not get to every book that I've picked up in the last few weeks, just to try to keep this under 30 minutes, because I know you guys get bored. I see you out there fast forwarding through my videos. I feel it. I feel it in my spirit. You're fast forwarding. You're yawning, even now as I speak. I realized that I did not have any older Wonder Woman books in my collection at all. I've got some of the New 52 stuff, not a whole run, but just bits and pieces here and there. But I realized beyond that, I didn't have any Wonder Woman in my collection. So I was able to recently pick up Wonder Woman #260. And, oh, there we go, so we don't get the glare. And 261. Yeah, both of those in pretty good condition. This is Action Comics 578. For those of you that are Superman fans. And 582. Just going to go through a bunch of DC stuff here to kick it off. DC Comics presents #85, Superman and Swamp Thing. I couldn't pass that one up when I saw it. And I think for most of these I paid less than $3 a piece. World's Finest 235. If I can find a World's Finest for under $3, I'm going to grab it. Some of these are in good condition. Some of them are in kind of what I'm going to borrow from what Detroit Madman terms crunchy books. He likes crunchy books, and I'll buy crunchy books too, especially if it's something I don't think I'm going to see again, for a while. This one's a little bit on the crunchy side. This is World's Finest 238. You can see that nice crease right down the middle there. I may ship this one to Captain Strangelife and see if he'll iron it out for me. Will you do that, Cap? Batman, number 445 and 446. And then here is Brave and the Bold 157 with Batman and Kamandi. And I picked up a couple of Kamandi issues, and I swear one of these days I'm going to get that series and read through it. I'm dying to. Okay, then I made an eBay purchase. I collected, I think it was eight books. Picked up 8 books that were all about Batman and Man-Bat that a seller had, and I was able to pick all of these up for I think it was about $10. It was 8 books. The oldest of which is from 1971, and that's the Detective Comics number 416. Yeah, Detective Comics 416, Batman and Batgirl and Man-Bat. So yeah, these were, like I say, these were all in an eBay purchase, eBay set. This is Batman number 342, but they all deal with Man-Bat. Batman 348. This is Brave and the Bold 119. Brave and the Bold 165. And then this is Man-Bat issue number 1. First DC issue. Yeah, of Man-Bat. Is he man or man-monster? And I'm not sure, is this the first? Well, this wouldn't be the first appearance, but this would be, is this like the first of his own book? I don't know, you guys that know a whole lot more about these older books, let me know. Is this like his first of his own book? Because here's issue number 2 of Man-Bat. And then here is a later volume, another number 1. This is from 1984, Man-Bat versus Batman, with Neil Adams artwork. You can see at the top there. So yeah, I wasn't sure if that was his first. I know it's not his first appearance, but is it like his first appearance of his own title or own book? Oh, okay. Now, let's look at some Marvel stuff. If we shall. Well, before I show you the Marvel, I picked up about a year or so ago. I got issue number 1 of Legends of Red Sonja, Gail Simone title, and I showed you that issue number 1 because the artwork was amazing. Some of the best work I had ever seen. And then a few weeks ago I showed you an autographed copy of number 3. It was a 5-issue series, 5-issue miniseries, Legends of Red Sonja from Dynamite Comics, and I showed you I'd picked up an autographed, Gail Simone autographed copy of issue number 3. So I decided I wanted to go ahead and complete that series, and including getting a reading copy of number 3 as well. So here is number 2. I mean, this artwork is just so detailed. It is absolutely gorgeous. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. I wish I had pulled number 1 out and I don't exactly remember where it is at this moment. I wish I had done it before I started this video. But number 1 is absolutely gorgeous, and this is the last issue, number 5, which is just about as gorgeous. Take a look at the artwork on that tiger. I mean, that is just phenomenal work. Let's see if I can get that in fairly close without a lot of glare. There are the artists on the book as well. So, and it's a fun story too. But the artwork on those covers is just amazing. All right, now, all right, we're going to 25 minutes. Here we go. Got a few back issues of Marvel, and I need to show. I'm going to save those for another video. I'll do that, kind of shorten this a little bit. Picked up a handful of Iron Mans. This is 123. 136, 140, 163, 167. I picked up some Amazing Spider-Mans, 172, 173, 174, and 261. I like the cover on that. And then last but not least, some Incredible Hulk. I actually like the covers on all 3 of these that I'm about to show you. This is the 400th issue special. So issue number 400, and it has sort of a lenticular cover. You can see it sort of sparkles and glows and that kind of stuff there, but that's a nice cover. Also 403 and 408. So yeah, been picking up quite a bit of back issue stuff, and I've actually got another whole stack over here I think I'll save for another video, because I wanted to show you one more group of things. I've been, as you know, in the past, also been collecting back issues of Wizard magazine, great comic magazine. Back in the 90s, back in its heyday, I was a subscriber to it, so I got it every month as well as my comic pools, and for some unexplainable reason, I did not feel the need at one point to keep those, and I either gave them away. I don't know what I did. Now, I kept all my comics, but I did keep the Wizard magazines that went along, and I guess you could say I've had an epiphany as a collector now that doggone it, I should have held on to those. I don't know why. Now I'm going back and trying to pick up some back issues here and there, just because I'm nostalgic for that era from 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I'm also, I like seeing what was going on in the hobby back then. The interviews, you know, with writers and creators and so forth are still relevant as they would be today. And plus you get all the artwork, and there were, back in the day, of course, if you got them new, almost every issue had some sort of free poster or trading cards or free offers for mail-in books and things like that. So there were a lot of great things that you got along with it. So all that said, I've been going back and buying back issues of Wizard magazine. Fortunately, you can get most of these online for less than $2, and many of them I'm picking up for less than $1.50 a piece. So this is issue number 59 with She, and just to give you a point of reference, issue number 59 was dated July of 1996 when this one came out. This is issue number 70. and for some reason I just had to have this one. This is issue number 28 with Bartman on there. I had to have that. And then this is issue number 82. So I always have fun going back and rereading through those. Now, one more magazine that I want to show you and share with you, and that is, I showed you a few of these that I picked up before. This is a UK British horror magazine called Scream. I'm about to show you issue number 32. I picked up like 28, 29, 30, and 31, I think, before, and I just found these. These are fantastic magazines, full color. Every issue has great interviews. You can see this particular one has a nice interview with the Hare Krishna zombie from Dawn of the Dead, and past issues that I've read had interviews with Angus Scrimm, who is the tall man from the Phantasm movies as well. Here's a nice story about the new Fear the Walking Dead TV show, but it is a UK publication, and so it ships from overseas. But everything is full color, stories, updates, interviews. I love this magazine. I wish I had known about it before. You can order this through Midtown Comics. I don't know if other comic book stores and carriers will carry this, but I've been picking mine up through Midtown, and it's $8 an issue. I think the cover price here says $8.99, but as a subscriber through Midtown, I get a discount on everything, so I think I'm getting $1 off, something like that. I'm thinking mine are $7.99 is what I'm paying. I know I'm not paying $9 an issue for this. So anyway, look these up. Scream magazine, if you can find them. They are so totally cool. I love it. I love it. Want to give a shout out to a new YouTuber, and some of you guys have been doing so as well. He's now put out his second video in the comic book community, Dr. Silver Age. Dr. Silver Age, and just seems to have a wealth of knowledge about comics, and is very entertaining. His first two videos that he's put out are very entertaining. So if you haven't already, check out Dr. Silver Age, and it's just Dr. Silver Age, and give him a subscription. They're subscribed to that channel. Give him some thumbs ups on his first couple of videos if you like them. Leave him some comments so he can get to know you as well, because it's a lot of fun when you meet somebody who is got such a wealth of knowledge and is so eager to share it, but to do so in an entertaining way, in such a friendly way, and just seems like the kind of guy you'd just want to go have a cup of coffee with or something, and talk about pop culture stuff. So check out Dr. Silver Age. All right. Hey guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Love to hear from you. Tell other people about the channel. We're getting close. We're at, give or take, around 175 subs now. Kind of at a point where I'll gain one, lose two, and then gain two and lose one, and so we keep kind of going up and down a little bit. But yeah, I'd be much appreciative if you would tell others about the Collector of Stuff channel. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.